Hey everyone, Jerry here, the Expediter Boogie. And today we're breaking down something a lot of new expediters and truck drivers do get confused about. PrePass versus BestPass. They sound similar, they look similar, and they both involve gadgets that is in your truck. But they have totally different tools with totally different purposes. One helps you avoid weigh stations and saves you time. The other helps you pay for tolls and saves you money. So today, we're going to go over exactly how each one works, when you'll use them, and why you'll get both if you're driving for a fleet like Hyfield Trucking. So what is PrePass? Let's start with PrePass, because this is the one that you will probably encounter constantly and the most when you're out on the road. PrePass is a weigh station bypass system. That's it. That's the whole purpose. When you roll up to a weigh station, instead of slowing down, getting in line, going over the scale, dealing with inspectors, and losing time, PrePass lets the system ping your truck, verify your safety score, weigh you on the open road, and if everything is good, you get a green light, and you just keep on rolling. No stopping, no waiting, no losing momentum. For expediters, that's gold, because we live off time-sensitive freight. Now here's how it works. Your truck has a PrePass transponder in it, and as you approach your weigh station, the system reads your truck info, your DOT safety score with your carrier, your credentials, and your fleet standing, and your weight on the open road. You may have even noticed the scales in the road prior to approaching the weigh station before when you're driving down the interstate. If you're good, you bypass. If something flags, you pull in. You get a green light if you're good, red light if you have to pull in. It's simple, clean, and efficient. It saves miles, it saves time, fuel, and keeps your load on schedule. Now, some states like Ohio, they do have additional requirements that if you're placarded with hazmat, then you have to pull in regardless if you get a green light to bypass or not. If you have hazmat, but it's under the required weight limit and not placarded, then you do not have to stop. Only if you're placarded with hazmat. And you'll see signs when approaching the weigh station in the state of Ohio, so that way this reminds you of this. Also, some states do not participate in the PrePass system. For example, North Carolina, Georgia. And in these situations, you would just follow the lighted signs on the interstate as to whether or not that you have to pull into the station. What PrePass is not, and this is the important part, is PrePass does not pay for tolls. It does not manage toll violations. It does not give you discounts. It is only for weigh stations and the bypass system. Occasionally, port of entry alerts whenever you're out west, like Wyoming, that's what they call their weigh stations, is port of entries. A lot of people mix them up all the time, but PrePass is strictly about keeping you out of weigh stations. So that brings us to the next one. What is BestPass? Now let's talk about BestPass, the toll solution that most fleets use, including Hyfield Trucking. Where PrePass is all about weigh stations, BestPass is all about tolls. So BestPass is a toll management service. It gives you one device to cover tolls nationwide. You get discounted toll rates, monthly billing statements, and it's a system that resolves toll violations and plate reads. So for fleets like Hyfield, BestPass is a lifesaver, because instead of having an Easy Pass here, a Sun Pass here, Pike Pass in the middle, or Text Tag in the south, you can get one device. And that handles nearly all of North America. And for expediters especially, because we bounce all over the country, having a unified toll system keeps everything clean, efficient, and easy to track. So why do fleets love BestPass so much, especially Hyfield? Like I mentioned before, you get one bill, everything on one invoice, no dozens of statements to reconcile each month. Violation management. If the toll camera misses your transponder or your plate misreads, BestPass handles the dispute. Drivers aren't stuck on hold getting nowhere. And discounted tolls. This is huge, especially for fleets like Hyfield. Fleets can save thousands per truck per year. And those savings really help operating costs, which helps your fleet owner, Hyfield Trucking, stay with good equipment and maintain the equipment. You get universal coverage from the Northeast toll hellscape all the way down to Chicago, Denver, and the southern toll roads. One device, one account. Now at Hyfield, like I mentioned before, we do have both of these systems in the truck. And since Hyfield pays for all tolls, then you don't have to worry about paying out of pocket for any of these. Now, if you cross into Canada, then you will have to pay the border crossing fee out of your own pocket, except for Detroit and upstate New York crossings, as they do take Easy Pass. But all others, you would simply pay the small fee and then submit your receipt over to Hyfield, and that is reimbursed on your next settlement. We try to make this as simple as possible to keep you moving and not having to deal with a lot of headache out on the road. Because I sure remember when I drove years ago, not for Hyfield, but it was a pain to always have money ready when approaching the toll booths and dealing with all of that. So I'm so happy that all those days are long gone. Oh, and one other side note, the BestPass does not work in Canada. So just avoid the toll roads when you're up in Canada and you'll be good. There's only like one or two up there to begin with. So there you have it. PrePass is for way stations, BestPass is for tolls. And together they make expediting smoother, faster, and a whole lot less stressful. And at Hyfield, we also utilize one unit. It has the PrePass and BestPass all in one, and it's a big long bar that stretches across your windshield. About that long. So one thing that you may notice is if you ever go past a way station that was open and you didn't get a green light or a red light, a lot of times it's just the batteries that need to be replaced in those units. You can literally pull it off the Velcro on the windshield. There's a batteries in the back, I believe 4AA. Replace those batteries and that will usually solve your problem. If you have any other issues, you can always reach out to Hyfield Fleet Support for your carrier, and we'll be more than happy to troubleshoot it and get you a new unit out to you if need be. So that's it. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. It really does help the channel out with the YouTube algorithm. Share this out with a friend or family member if you think the information would be useful. And as always, keep those wheels a-turning, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care, everybody.